Hello! Welcome back to me and to you. I hope you have had a great summer so far. I guess it's over now, but it's not really over. Rewiring for a new future. It really was a good break from writing this newsletter, so I appreciate you allowing me to take that break. As you can imagine, it can be taxing to come up with new ideas every week, and let alone find the time to articulate them in a way that is effective and efficient. I use this new space in my schedule to partly do less, but also to write more. I'm trying to find my voice in a way that can be helpful to this world of ours that seems so hopelessly stuck between a rock and a hard place. Hopefully it will result in a book that at best can help us all understand that the future is actually a lot brighter than it seems. I know, many days that is very hard to believe. This means that I will probably tweak my schedule for this newsletter. I will for now try to stick to weekly Sunday posts like before, but I will probably write shorter ones and sometimes perhaps just with a few links that I found worthwhile clicking on. I might also test some bigger ideas and ask for input, so stay tuned. Today I want to turn to the fact that this human is soon turning 60. I know it's just a number, and to some a really low number, and to others a really high number. It just depends on your perspective, right? Regardless, every milestone is an opportunity to reflect and adjust. This one is no different, even though it looms larger. The way I'm approaching life right now is with the mindset of rewiring my priorities, not retiring from them. Given the advances in healthcare, life expectancy has gone up, and retirement age has a different meaning. We are getting older faster and staying younger longer. Some people look forward to the end of the work life. We see commercials with people celebrating their financial savings, and it's all about beaches, skiing, smiling, wine drinking, and some with a lot of drug-enabled lust. There is nothing wrong with that notion, but it's not for me. And I suspect it's a bit of a false dream, a dream that for many turns into nightmares. You see, I believe purpose is paramount. We all want to feel relevant. We all need problems to solve and feel that our days are worth something, not just being. Certainly, as we get older, yes, I do know I have work to do on that front. Our tempo and perhaps the length of to-do lists and commitments should be reduced. More quality than quantity, which of course isn't a bad idea for just all people. My friend Steve always reminds me of QTR. Quality time remaining. It's a good mantra. But what is quality? Does it change over the years? I believe some of the confusion and angst in the world can be traced to the fact that our populations are getting older and some are losing their place in the world. They feel that what took them here won't necessarily take them there. Too many, and politicians, this one's for you, are hanging on for dear life to the only job they ever had. They are overstaying their welcome. Here's the main problem. We are again served a binary choice. We can work or we can retire. We can stay or we can go. But aren't there more than those options? Yes, there are. That's why I'm thinking about my journey as one of rewiring and rebalancing. I'm trying to create new room for new ways of contributing. I'm putting myself on notice. By allowing others to gradually and subsequently take over and improve on what I have built, I can take what I've learned and contribute in other ways. Some are yet to be discovered, and that alone makes the process exciting, the mystery of diving into the unknown. Simply extrapolating my past into the future feels incomplete to me. I want to experience the joy and exhilarating feeling of discovery and delight. Those feelings cannot be monopolized by youth alone. We all have the capacity to renew ourselves. Yes, it gets harder, mathematically and spiritually the older we get. But it's indeed possible. Change is the only constant. It is encouraging that there are several programs popping up where universities are offering courses to people willing to make a transition to another phase in life. Harvard, Stanford, Notre Dame, and now the University of Chicago, amongst others, are offering cohorts of midlife people curious and willing to explore what they should do next. Also, Chip Conley has started the Modern Elder Academy and is committed to building a community of committed and inspired midlifers. You can subscribe to Chip's wonderful newsletter he posts almost daily on a link I provide in this post. And David Brooks recently wrote an incredible piece about these programs in The Atlantic. I can't recommend reading anything more than that for now. In there, and forgive me for the long-ish quote, but it is beautiful, I found. He says, I quote, "Modern life is oriented around the meritocracy, which implies certain values. That life is best seen as a climb toward the top, that achievement is the essence of a good life, that successful people are to be admired more than less successful people. But this over-reliance on our work identities is unhinging us. But how on earth did we end up with a society in which 65-year-olds have to take courses to figure out who they are, what they really want, and what they should do next? How did we wind up with a culture in which people's veins pop out in their neck when they are forced to confront their inner lives? The answer is that we live in a culture that's become wildly imbalanced, like a bodybuilder who has pumped up his right side up to excessive proportion while allowing his left side to shrivel away. To put it another way, a well-formed life is governed by two different logics. The first is the straightforward utilitarian logic that guides us through our careers. Input leads to output, effort leads to reward, pursue self-interest, respond to incentives, think strategically, climb the ladder, impress the world. This is the logic that business schools teach us. But there's a second and deeper logic to life, the gift logic, which guides us that we form important relationship, we serve those around us, and cultivate our full humanity. This is a logic of contribution, not acquisition, surrender, not domination. It's a moral logic, not an instrumental one, and it's full of paradox. You have to give to receive. You have to lose yourself to find yourself. You have to surrender to something outside yourself to gain strength within yourself. If career logic helps you conquer the world, gift logic helps you serve it. If career logic focuses on how questions, how to climb the career ladder, how to get things done efficiently, gift logic focuses on why questions, such as why are we here and what good should we ultimately serve. If career logic is building up the ego, gift logic is about relinquishing it and putting others first. A well-lived life at any stage is lived within the tension between these two logics. The problem is that we have managed to build a world in which utilitarian logic massively eclipses moral logic. The brutal meritocracy has become such an all-embracing cosmos, many of us have trouble thinking outside of it. From an early age, the pressure is always on to win gold stars, to advance, to optimize, to impress. End of quote. I do hope that resonated with you. It certainly did with me. And again, it's not a binary choice. Both of these logic are really, really important for all humans. And we just need to rebalance our priorities a little bit. So it is that act of rebalancing my priorities and rewiring and renewing my commitments that I am intently focused on right now. Not only for myself, but also for the teams I'm part of leading. We live in an ever-changing and rapidly reshaping world. We need new narratives, new attitudes, and certainly new leaders that can help us gain the confidence and conviction necessary to resist the fear-based, identity-ridden, and self-obsessed politics that saturate the world around us. It is truly both depressing and exhausting, and we can do better than this. And it starts with us. A few more links to great stuff from the past week, as well as some other sources of inspiration on the topic of renewal entering the encore years. Jane Fonda gave a great TEDx talk in 2011 on life's third act. Of course, David Brooks' superb book, The Second Mountain, is a must-read. Brian Fraser wrote a great piece early this summer about his father and the process of renewal that I found truly inspiring. Yes, a lot of Brooks today, but he also wrote another Atlantic article about why we are so mean in today's world. That's worth reading. And I thought Ross Douthat's piece on why Barbie needs Ken was a thoughtful installment in our ever-continuing effort to understand gender roles. I will save some for future weeks, but I certainly have read and found a lot of good stuff this summer. So, good to have you back. I hope you found this interesting and worth reflecting on, and good luck with your own rewiring. Have a great week.